In Ibadan, some stories don't begin with footsteps or shadows. They begin with a whisper. A whisper so soft you think it's your imagination until it calls your name. This is the story of Tomiwa, a young artist who bought a portrait she should have left alone. A portrait that watched her, spoke to her, changed her. And when she finally understood what lived inside the frame, it was already too late. The sun was sinking behind the rooftops of Bodija Market, painting the sky in shades of orange and dusty gold. Tomiwa walked through the crowded stalls with her sketchbook tucked under her arm, searching for inspiration. She was tired. Her lecturer said her work lacked life. Her classmates said she was too safe. Her mother said she should just draw Jesus and stop stressing. But Tomiwa wanted more. She wanted art that breathed. That was when she saw the roadside auction. Old furniture, rusty lamps, broken clocks, and paintings, dozens of them leaning against a cracked wall. One painting caught her eye. A portrait of a woman in traditional attire. Her gele was regal, her beads heavy, her eyes sharp, too sharp. Her lips were parted slightly like she was about to speak. Tomiwa felt her chest tighten. The auctioneer noticed her staring. "You like him?" he asked. "It's beautiful," she whispered. The man leaned closer. "That painting no dey stay where you keep am." Tomiwa laughed nervously. "Abeg, stop that." But the man did not smile. "You fit carry am, but make sure you no sleep near am." She hesitated. But the portrait pulled her in. She bought it. Tomiwa carried the portrait home to her small hostel room near UI. She cleaned it gently, admiring the details. The woman's eyes seemed almost alive. She hung the portrait on the wall above her desk and began sketching. Hours passed. The night deepened. The generator outside hummed. Then, a whisper, soft, barely audible. "Tomiwa." She froze. Her pencil dropped. She looked around. No one. Her roommate was gone for the weekend. The whisper came again. "Tomiwa." Her eyes drifted to the portrait. The woman's lips looked slightly more open. Tomiwa swallowed hard. She turned the portrait to face the wall. But even then, she felt eyes on her back. The next morning, Tomiwa woke up with a start. Her room felt colder. She looked around. Her breath caught. The portrait was no longer facing the wall. It was leaning beside her bed. The woman's head was no longer tilted. She was facing forward, directly at Tomiwa. Tomiwa screamed and stumbled backward. Her neighbor watched him. "What happened?" Tomiwa pointed at the portrait. "I didn't put it there." The neighbor frowned. "Maybe you moved it sleepwalking." Tomiwa shook her head violently. "No, I didn't." The neighbor shrugged and left. But Tomiwa couldn't shake the feeling. The woman in the portrait looked different. Her eyes were brighter, her skin more defined, her expression more human. That night, Tomiwa locked the portrait in her wardrobe. She sat at her desk, trying to draw. But the room felt heavy, dense, like someone was breathing behind her. Then, a whisper. "Tomiwa." She froze. Another whisper. "Bring me light."
Her heart pounded. She opened the wardrobe slowly. The portrait was glowing faintly. The woman's eyes shimmered. Tomiwa whispered, "What do you want?" The portrait whispered back, "Bring me light." Tomiwa grabbed her bedside lamp and placed it in front of the portrait. The glow faded. The whisper stopped. She exhaled shakily. But the next night, "Bring me water." She obeyed. The night after, "Bring me company." She obeyed. And each time she obeyed, the woman in the portrait became clearer, more alive, more present, more dangerous. Tomiwa couldn't take it anymore. She visited an elderly curator at the University Museum, Professor Adebi, a man known for his knowledge of ancient art. When he saw the portrait, he gasped. "Where did you get this?" "A roadside auction." He touched the frame gently. "This is not a painting. It is a prison." Tomiwa's stomach dropped. "What do you mean?" The professor's voice trembled. The woman inside it was a powerful priestess, Iye Oro. She trapped her soul in the painting to escape her enemies. But a soul trapped too long becomes hungry. Tomiwa whispered, "Hungry for what?" The professor looked at her with pity. "For a body." Tomiwa felt her blood run cold. "She wants mine?" The professor nodded slowly. "She has already begun the process. Every whisper you obey, every demand you fulfill, brings her closer." Tomiwa trembled. "How do I stop her?" The professor sighed. "You don't." Tomiwa returned to her room, shaking. She placed the portrait on the floor. The woman's eyes followed her. The air grew colder. 12:14 a.m. The whisper came. "Tomiwa." She backed away. "No, I won't obey you." The whisper grew louder. "Bring me a name." Tomiwa shook her head. "No." The portrait trembled. The paint rippled like water. The woman's hand pressed against the canvas, pushing, stretching, trying to break through. Tomiwa screamed. The lights flickered. The whisper became a voice. "Tomiwa, let me out." The canvas bulged outward. A face pressed against it. The woman's face. Her eyes moved. Her lips parted. Her hand pushed through the canvas, fingers dripping with paint. Tomiwa ran to the door, but the door slammed shut on its own. The room went dark. The portrait whispered one last time. "You brought me light. You brought me water. You brought me company. Now bring me life." The canvas tore. Something stepped out, and the light went out. The next morning, Tomiwa's room was silent. Her bed untouched, her sketchbook open, her clothes neatly folded. But Tomiwa was gone. And the portrait? The portrait was empty. The woman inside it had vanished. But if you walk past Bodija Market at night, you might hear a whisper, soft, familiar, calling a name. Sometimes it's Tomiwa's, sometimes it's yours. If your skin is prickling right now, if you're staring at the nearest picture frame, if you're wondering what stepped out of that portrait when the light went off, then stay close. Hit subscribe, tap the notification bell, and keep your walls bare tonight. Because some paintings don't just watch you, they wait. Whether this tale continues or not, you will feel it when the whisper calls your name.